Hello, this is Kelly from Root Pursuit. Basically, this is what we're going to call a stop and crop, and it's an update on, I've been 3 weeks, I think it's been since I posted a video, and just wanted to let everyone know I'm doing okay. I had neck surgery, which was kind of a major surgery, so this is my first video. I still have my neck brace on, but I'm feeling much better, so I'm going to give that a whirl. Yeah, I'm going to show you a few things. I really didn't do any crafting per se. I was finally able to, during my healing time, I was finally able to do some cutting out of ephemera from, books that I mine. I have this whole box of ephemera that I managed to cut out. Lots of neat goodies in here, which I think you can see. And yeah, so those were a big batch of goodies. This bag over here was also another batch of goodies. This is a really good book to have. It has I cut all the flowers out. They're all like black and white illustrations. I will show you what they look like. I put them all in here, but they're essentially this is what they look like. So they're really neat for adding inks or whatnot, and then adding to a book page layer or some decorative paper. So those are neat. These book pages are good too, because they're all plant names. Like, it's like a giant glossary with plant names, so you can cut those out and use those as just, a good word label in a book, in your junk journal, or the little entire definitions, or just as a background for a book page. So I do really like this one, Roses Love Garlic. I actually have 2 copies of it, because I found another one and I thought, ooh, it's just too good not to have 2. So that's one of the books that I had fun mining. This one was another one. It had a beautiful, I think I've showed this one on another video, and it just had really cute, mostly has friendship quotes, which are handy for to put in. So eventually, I'll kind of trim these down, ink around them, and then add them to a pretty picture. And then they also had these really fun floral pieces in them. So I cut all of the little flower bits out of those. And then I had another book called The Treat Shop. Let's see. This is the cover. I don't know which way. This way. And yeah, the illustrations in this book are phenomenal. They just are just fantastic. I probably have 1,000 illustrations from this book, so that was just a small sampling of all the ones that I spent a few days cutting out, because pretty much all I can do is sit and wait for my neck to heal. So that was kind of fun. Oops, I'm losing some scrapples. Okay, so get that out of the way. What else did I work on? I was thinking, I did buy a couple things on Amazon. I'm going to take this out of the way. Not too much, but I did buy a couple things that were really good deals. I figured out you can go on Amazon, and they have a deals section, and then you can type in your category, so you can find all the deals on scrapbooking or crafts or that sort of thing. So I think this whole set, I couldn't believe it, was $6. So there's 36 markers in here, and this is why I got these, because I don't have these, but they're the brush, which I really like the brush on one end, and then just the fine point on the other. So you can kind of see that fine point. So yeah, $6 for all of these. Those are fantastic. And they are acid free. They say so, at least. I don't know if they really are, but for junk journaling, I'm a sucker for a pack of markers. I love my markers, but that was one thing I bought. And I was going to buy, where is it? Okay, these things, because these really just are the most effective tool for distressing in junk journaling. And I just couldn't bring myself, it was like $13 to buy 2 more of these and a bunch of the refills. And to me, it's kind of a pain to keep taking these off. And you know, you always get a big glob on your fingers. You know, I've got ink on my finger because you have to grab the ink in order to get it off. So I only have one of these and I wish I had more. So I did do a homemade one. I don't know how possible this would be for you to do this, but I bought these years ago. They're the tips to rubber stamps, and I don't know if you can see that, but and then they would just fit inside of this little stamp portion. And I thought maybe I can figure something out. So I did, and this is my process. Oh, I hope I have everything. So let's see, we've got this part, which is that rubber stamp base. And then I took duct tape and I wrapped it around just to thicken up this portion of it because it was so skinny. And so I used my pink duct tape, and then I found a wooden dowel. I did like this dowel, or wooden dowel. It's not called a dowel. It's just a wood round. Oh, there's a word. I can't think of it, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so this is a piece of wood, and this one is rounded on the top. You could use a flat one too. I can't imagine it would make any difference, but I liked the size of this one. So, and then I found double-sided Velcro. So I got my Velcro attached to the one side. And then for my, I know this is kind of a fiasco, but let me get my Velcro sticky. This is, you know, peel and, or adhesive, hoop and look. Oh my gosh. I can't talk. What is it? Hook and loop. Oh my gosh. I couldn't get it out for a second there. Hook and loop. And no, my neck surgery should not have affected my brain. Okay, so hook and loop, and it's just the adhesive kind. And then this is the other thing I got. So for $4 on Amazon, I got these. These are called Swedish cleaning cloths, sponge cloths. And for some reason, they always say Swedish. I don't know why. But anyway, they're pretty thin. You can see, I was hoping they would be a little bit thicker. So now the question is this gonna work? So this is the moment of truth. I have actually not tried this yet. I'm doing it on camera live, which is, you know, not a great way to recommend doing something, but let's see how these Swedish cloths seem really like thick and sturdy. This is really good Ranger. Oh no, it's called the Ancient. I thought this was Ranger originally. I swear to you it was, but nope, guess not. Clearsnap.com. All right, doesn't matter. Moving on. Okay, I bought these are a bunch of my little tinies. So here's my voice. Let's see. We're gonna go here. See how. So it's a little bit stiff so far. It's a little stiff. I don't know. If these were a little more spongy, maybe. See, I figure if this didn't work, then I would just use these cloths for what they're intended for cleaning. But, I don't know. Yeah, if you go to angle, now that's working. Now I'm getting it, although it's black. I had intended this because I wanted to have at least a brown sponge and then a black one, and then just have a couple other ones. I made I made 4 of these, but I don't know. All right. I would say that's a success. Ink around. We have inking. Okay. I'm going to continue to use those, and hopefully, you know, I'm going to check at like the dollar store maybe and see if there's any other kind of sponge that might work. I might be able to glue these together and maybe layer them into a thicker piece. I don't know. It's hard to know. But anyway, I did get that on Amazon. Those were like $4. So my total cost into the whole thing, because I had everything else, was only $4 to basically make however many of these I have, you know, a dozen instead of $12 for 2. So it was a lot cheaper to do it this way. Hopefully it works. It works out. So that's kind of one thing I did do while I was, you know, I didn't have anything to do with my brain while I was recovering from my neck surgery. So, oh, and this I wanted to share too, because I think it's so cute. So I'm just going to hold that up. This is a little sketch made by my oldest child. And it's of my favorite puppy, Bella. Not that I have favorites, but if I had a favorite dog of my 3 dogs, I would say Bella's my favorite. And she did such a cute little picture of her with the nurse's hat. Because, you know, I mean, dogs just make you feel better when you're not feeling so hot. Yeah. And then, you know, that's a little, and then they made these little drawings, which are so cute. Always loved my oldest drawings. Just fantastic. So when I saw that, I'm totally in love with it. I'm in love with it. All right, enough of that. So what else? I managed to go to a craft fair last Saturday. So just because I'm supposed to be walking every day, and a friend of mine had a booth there, and they sell maple syrup, and they happen to have this bourbon maple syrup. So it's like got this really fantastic flavor, and I'm drinking my tea. It's like Earl Grey with a little teaspoon of that bourbon maple syrup, and it is unbelievable. That bourbon maple syrup, I mean, it was kind of expensive, and normally we wouldn't buy something that expensive, but I'm telling you, you like taste it and you're like, oh, you know, like the angels are singing and everything. It's so fantastic. So anyway, splurged a little on that. And, you know, it's almost like too rich to put on pancakes. So it's just like to either like drizzle on your ice cream or something along those lines. So, I mean, you can put it on your pancakes, but whatever. Okay, before I get to this, I'll go to Amazon purchase. So I am, although, what is that? I don't know. Okay, so now this is kind of a funny thing, because I showed everybody the other day my new organization for my ephemera, which is like all the little paper organization. Where the heck did I put it? I don't know. Oh, here it is. Whew. I lost an entire drawer. Okay, so this I love. I mean, I just think this has to be the best way to organize your small ephemera. Now, obviously, nothing can be, you know, taller than the width of, or the height of this drawer. So these are all kind of tinies, basically. So, but I mean, there's so much ephemera in here that if I were to do what I had been doing, which is like these books, they just take up so much room compared to this drawer. It seems like phenomenally more efficient. So I'm still not giving up my photo albums, but because sometimes you just need it. I'm gonna have to see if I can figure out another way for my ephemera that's a little bit bigger to find maybe a deeper drawer, but I don't have anything figured out for that yet. So, but anyway, I did find this on Amazon, and I wanted to share it because I thought it was a really cute idea for ephemera and really inexpensive. I can't be sure, but it was I think it was only $4. And it's clear pocket here, and it's got a little pocket here, so you could put, you know, maybe a favorite piece of ephemera right in the front that you want to showcase. And then I am going to remove the paper out of here because that's not what I'm going to use this for. I'm going to totally, good paper, but I got bonus some lined paper, which you can always use in junk journaling, so no problems there. But look at this, 12 little color-coded pockets to put ephemera in. So, and they're clear, which is fantastic. So they just zip open. You can put, you know, like a certain category, and then it goes in the binder and it gets zipped up. And I mean, for $4 or $6 for an organization item, oof, I don't know if you can really beat that. So I don't know if it was on sale, if that's still, you know, a valid sale, but I'm really liking this idea, and it's really flexible. So, you know, I'm hoping it'll tolerate a bit of bulge to get quite a bit of ephemera in there. So I don't have the link, and maybe I will get the link. I'm really bad about that, so I apologize. But I will try to get the link for Amazon for that, or at least the title. Oof. Here's that quote book. We're all done with that. Oh, and that little book that I was just talking about, it also came with these items. So, you know, it was sort of as like a little, like you could stick these onto your little papers in the album. Ooh, gosh darn it. I don't know what that is or where it came from. Okay. So, yeah. And then it has a little tab that you can bend over for the January. So these are still really cute ideas if you do like bullet journals. So I'm sure I'm going to use those at any rate, no matter what. So even if it is, they have 2022 and 2021. The 2021 is still fine because, you know, I still use these sections, even if the year's expired. So I'll cut these out and use these as ephemera, you know, as a background deal. So anyway, it also included these labels. So these are cute little labels, which are really good for junk journaling. I did not know they were high gloss, which I'm not as fond of for junk journaling, but still not really a problem. I can probably gesso over once I've stamped on them and make that matte, or just spray them matte. So, but yeah, love the little labels. So labels are good, and that all came together. And like I said, that was a really good deal. As far as, I mean, not as a good deal as going to the thrift shop or whatever, but still a good deal. And you know, every once in a while you find a good deal at Walmart, and these were like bullet journal calendar stuff. And this one has 1,000 stickers, and this one had 500, and they were both 75 cents a piece. I kind of split them up with my sister-in-law, and she took some of the stickers, but yeah, it's basically your standard lists, bullet journals, tabs, yada yada. But I do use a fair amount of them for junk journaling, and then portion out the bullet journal stuff, and hoping to get those maybe in my Etsy shop or whatever. So, but yeah, love myself a sticker, so I can't really go wrong with stickers. Okay, I guess I'm not gonna do any crafting. This is all just talking about organizing and creating ephemera and stuff like that. That's okay. Okay, so this one I'm really excited about, and I think you're gonna love it. If you happen to have the Ranger Tim Holtz oxides or distress inks. So I thought, I mean, these are so compact, and they're very nice because, I mean, I don't have any other ink pads that stack as well as these. But the problem is you can't see the color, right? So I found these little correction labels. These were originally made by Creative Memories, and I've just always had them in there even though I never used them. And I took the ink and I just inked up each label. So then on the side, when it's sitting on the shelf, sorry, I'll do it right side up. Why am I doing everything upside down? I have no idea. So anyway, you can see the color on the sides. You don't have to dig through them. So that was a good idea. I didn't do it with my browns because they're just brown. And I figured it didn't matter because I usually just grab a brown and I don't really care which ones. So at any rate, now I have my colors all stacked up and I can see them on the side and I know what color they are. So that I was very happy about. So, and that's about all I have. I'm doing really good from the surgery. I didn't have any of the, you know, there's like a chance that they could injure multiple different things and you can get your voice ruined and never be able to sing again or whatever. But none of that happened to me. So I seem to be recovering pretty well. And yeah, everything is good. Everything is quite good. And I found, I can't remember where I got this from, but these were like little stencils. And I really love the red on here. And they were like little templates and their instructions, but I think these are gonna make really great little backgrounds for, you know, just some kind of ephemera page. And then maybe add some red accents or some complementary colors to the red. I think that would be really cute. But these are just full of like red flowers and letters and fun. So great for maybe collaging, masterboard kind of deals. So those are fun. And I had a historic Chicago book, so I got a lot of historic images, scenes from Chicago. And I think these would be nice, like kind of just torn up. Some of them as is. I got some neat vintage advertisements out of there. Oh, I was going to say, that's what these are from. These are actually from a magazine, Somerset Studio, and a friend of mine I bought the maple syrup from. I was going to tell the whole story, and I got sidetracked. But anyway, so when I bought the maple syrup, she had 2 magazines for me called Somerset Studio. I don't know if they're still published, but they're really beautiful magazines, like mixed media, and also kind of go along with the junk journaling theme. So, and they had, you know, images in the middle. There's like, I don't know, it comes with like free papers and images, like clip art and stuff. So that was from that. So that was pretty cool. Thank you to Heather for doing that. That's pretty awesome. It's nice to have a friend to craft with, and she's someone that we get together and craft. I met, and I also, on one of the other junk journal tutorial, the big junk journal tutorials group, I connected with a lady who is from Wisconsin, where I live. So, and she visits a town that I work in. So it's all pretty cool to find somebody that, you know, maybe we can do some junk journaling with. So that's pretty exciting. And I have to let her know that I'm probably going to be doing teaching a junk journal beginner workshop locally. Most of my YouTube people aren't local, so it's not really going to apply, but I'm excited to be able to do a mini junk journal. And it's based on a video that I did probably a month and a half ago called Mini Junk Journal. It's like a pink cover on it. And because I was like, my friend works at the nature center, and she's just like, well, you know, would you do a junk journaling workshop? And I was like, I just couldn't get my head around how in the heck you can explain and teach and have someone create something like a junk journal in like an hour. And so I kind of like just was racking my brain trying to figure out. I mean, we could probably extend it to like a 2-3 hour workshop, but you know, that's about the max. So yeah, so at any rate, I'm going to be doing that. It's going to be a mini junk journal little workshop, and you know, I'm excited. So if you are in Wisconsin or want to find out more information about that, what's going on locally, I would say then please feel free to send me an email. And okay, this is really dumb. I'm just gonna admit it. I made a really dumb mistake with my email last night, and I forgot that my email is KLEE@root-pursuit.com instead of Kelly@root-pursuit. I don't know why I did that, but anyway, so it's Klee, KLEE, and then that's why it wasn't working, because I gave you the wrong email address. So, and I finally got around to calling support, and then it was during the middle of support that I was like, ooh, okay, I'm just gonna go, because I figured out what dumb thing I did. So, oh well, doesn't matter. That's how often I use my personal email, right? So, oh well, it is what it is. I don't email myself, okay? Sorry. Anyway, so hopefully I've got that all square and straightened out. Yeah, my email was never broken. It just gave you the wrong one. Everybody makes mistakes. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Well, I've enjoyed catching up with you guys, and I hope you found this stuff really helpful, or at least slightly helpful, because this is just a stop and crop. So of me basically talking and catching up and showing you some of my goodies that I have and all that. So I know that I cut out all these little bits and pieces. Look at this one. This is like a little pink. Now that I've cut these out, now I have to sort them by all the categories that I have. So, and generally my categories are like people, butterflies, birds, flowers, animals, and and then there's a few subcategories, but that generally is the main bit. And like bugs, and I really don't like these bugs. Some people like to put those in, but I'm not crazy about them, so I may end up just selling them. I don't know. They just kind of creep me out a little bit. Some people think they're fun. They go good with a nature book. Oh, I should save them for that workshop, because it's at a nature center, and we're going to probably just end up making it a nature theme when we do that mini junk journal workshop. So anyway, okay, I'm super babbling now. All right, well, thank you for coming along, and I'm glad to finally catch up with everybody. And I did, while I was away, come up with a bunch of ideas for tutorials, and I got a big list. So lots of new videos coming down the pipe that are actual like tutorials, not just a stop and crop like today was. So hey, thanks for coming along, and I'll talk to you later.